Hello everyone, I am Rachna. Today we are going to discuss properties of whole number. First we are going to discuss identity. First is additive identity. What is additive identity? A number remains unchanged when it is added to its additive identity. It means if we add additive identity in a number, it will remain unchanged. When you add 0 to any whole number, what will be the result? Let's see. Here are two apples. If we add 0 apples into it, we got again 2 apples. Here are some more examples. 7 plus 0, if we add 0 in 7, we got 7 as it is. So if we add 0 into 10, we have 10 again. This means if we add 0 to some number and add some number to 0, both are same. So what we conclude here? So here we conclude that 0 is additive identity of addition for whole number. Now come to multiplicative identity. A number remains unchanged when it multiplied with its multiplicative identity. It means when we multiply some number with its multiplicative identity, the number will remain unchanged. Here are some examples. If we multiply 7 with 1, we got 7 again. So it means when we multiply a number with 1, it will remain unchanged. We got same number. So similarly, if we multiply some number with 1, so we got the same result. So here we conclude that 1 is the identity for multiplication of whole number or multiplicative identity for whole number. So here identity means we got same number. In addition, when we add 0, we got same number, and in multiplication, when we multiply a number with 1, we got same number. So this is the meaning of identity. Now come to patterns. We use pattern to make our calculation simple and to understand the numbers. So we can arrange the numbers using dot in different shapes like triangle, square, rectangle and a line. We can form a line by using any numbers. We can arrange the any number of dots in form of a line. For rectangle, we cannot use prime numbers in making rectangle because they are not the multiple of any number. They are only multiple of itself. So like this, for square numbers, we need only square number of dots. Like we can make square with 9 dots. We can make square is with 16 dots. Similarly, we can make square with 25. All these numbers are square numbers, so we can make square from these number of dots. Let's come to triangle. Triangle, we have to arrange the dots in a descending order. In a particular order, we have to arrange the dots. Like 3, we can arrange first 2 dots, then 1 dot. 6, we can arrange 3, 2, 1. 10, we can arrange like 4, 3, 2, 1. So like this, we have to arrange the number in a descending order. So here are some number of dots. You have to find out from these dots what shape you can make. Try to find this. Now pattern can be used to simplify the calculation. So first is, let's see some application of pattern. Add or subtract numbers of form 999, 990, 999. Here are the numbers. This 9 is less than 1 from 10. This 9 is 1 less than 100. 99 is 1 less than 100. and this 999 is 1 less than 1000. So let's see how they are how pattern is helpful to in calculation. So here we have a question when 17 plus 9. So we can write this 9 as 10 minus 1. If we add this 10 to 117, we got 127. Then subtract this 1 from 127, we got 126. Next is 117 minus 9. So this time we have minus 9 here. So how can we write this? So this time we have to take bigger number as negative so that we can get negative sign here. So here we take minus 10 plus 1. Smaller number we have to take positive and bigger number we have to take negative, so that we got negative sign here. So here first subtract this 10 from 117, we got 107, then add 1 into it, we got 108. Like this we have to calculate with using pattern. So now let's come to the multiplication. How we can multiply these number and how this will helpful in doing calculation. So here we have 84 into 9. We can write this number as, we can write this 9 as 10 minus 1. So if we multiply inside this 84 inside the bracket, we got 84 into 10 minus 84 into 1. Similarly, we can solve this type of problems. Now multiply a number by 5, 25 or 125. How we can simplify a number with multiply by 5. Here we have a number 96 into 5. So we can write this 5 as 10 by 2. So it is more easier to multiply a number by 10 instead of multiplying by 5. So we can easily multiply this number by 10. Here we got 960, then divide it by 2. Here we got 480 as the answer. Similarly, we can write 25 as 100 by 4. In the same way, this is more easier to multiply a number with 100 instead of multiplying by 25. Similarly, we can write this 125 as 1000 by 8. It is more easier. So here is a question for you. 0, 2, 4, 6. Can you find the pattern? Since first we have 0, then 2. In the next step, we add 2. So we got 2. If we add 2 in this 2, we got 4. If we add 4 in this 4, we got 6. So here we add 2 in each number. So we can easily find the next term of this pattern. Now next is, which of the following will not represent 0? First is 1. Let's check first one. 1 plus 0. If we add 0 in some number, as we have discussed earlier, we got same number. If we add 0 in 1, we got same number. The number will remain unchanged. Hence this number, this expression does not represent 0. Now come to next. 0 multiply 0. As we know, when we multiply some number with 0, we got 0 as the answer. So this expression represents 0. Now next is 0 divided by 2. Whenever 0 is divided by any number, we will get 0. So hence this expression also represents 0. Now what will be the value of 2 divided by 0? When we divide a number by 0, what we will get? This number is not defined. So here we got infinity. So this number is 2 by 0 is not defined. Now next is 10 minus 10 by 2. So here if we subtract 10 from 10, we got 0. Again we got 0 by 2. And if some 0 is divided by some number, then we will got 0 as the answer. Hence it represents 0. Now next is, if product of two whole number is 0, can we say that one or both of them will be 0? Justify through examples. Let's see an example. If product of two whole number is 0, then definitely one of them should be 0. So if one number is 0, here we take 0 into 3. If we multiply some number with 0, we got 0. Similarly, we can check with other numbers also. Next is, if product of two whole number is 0, then both of them can be 0. Okay? If we multiply 0 with 0, we got 0 as the result. Yes, if the product of two whole number is 0, then both of them will be 0. So in both cases, the answer is 0. Either one of them should be 0 or both can be 0 also. So here are some questions based on our discussion. You have to try to solve these questions. And if you have any problem, then get back to me. Now next is, we have to solve a problem by using distributive property. As all of you know, that distributive property is, when A is multiplied by B plus C, then we can multiply first A into B, then add A into C. If we multiply this A inside, we got A into B plus A into C. Let's understand it with an example. Here we have 824 into 25. We can write this 25 as 20 plus 5. So we got 824 into 20 plus 5. If we multiply this 824 inside, we got 824 into 20 plus 824 into 5. So again we can write this 20 as 20 is equal to 10 into 2. Here you can directly multiply this number with 20, or to make it more easier, you can write this number like this, then solve it. So 824 into 2 into 10 plus 824 into 5. If we simplify this, we got 1648 into 10 plus, if we multiply these two numbers, we got 4120. So here we got 16,480 plus 4,120. Now you can add these two numbers. Here we got 20,600 as the answer. So now try to solve this question in different way. 824 into 10 plus 10 plus 5. So try to solve this question in a different way and find whether it is same or not. Find using distributive property. Here are some problems. You have to try these problems on your own. If you have any problem, then get back to me.